In 2025, the phrase, "a few bad apples," continues to be tested as law enforcement officers across the nation face serious criminal charges. Welcome to the Bad Apple Watch, where we delve into the year's most notable cases of police misconduct. First, in New Jersey, 32-year-old off-duty officer Rebecca A. Sayegh was arrested after allegedly breaking into a home in Berkeley Township and assaulting two residents. The incident occurred around 11:30 p.m. on a Friday night, when Sayegh reportedly smashed the home's glass door, vandalized a car in the driveway, and physically assaulted and threatened the occupants. She now faces charges including home invasion, burglary, assault, criminal mischief, terroristic threats, and resisting arrest. In Montana, former Polson police officer Matthew Tim reached a plea deal after being charged with felony sexual abuse of children and incest. Tim was arrested in September 2023 after a flash drive containing explicit images of an underage girl was found in a home he once occupied. He will serve 10 years in prison without the possibility of parole. Across the Atlantic, in the United Kingdom, former Greater Manchester police officer Choni Kelly was jailed for 3 years and 9 months after engaging in illicit relationships with two criminals and abusing her position. Kelly was caught on camera kissing a drug dealer in a prison waiting room while in uniform and was convicted of 4 counts of misconduct in public office and 1 of conspiracy to commit misconduct. In New York, 35-year-old NYPD officer Travis N. D'Souza, who oversaw the Police Explorers Youth Outreach Program, was charged with sending sexually explicit messages to an undercover officer posing as a 14-year-old girl. Despite knowing the supposed teen's age, D'Souza allegedly engaged in inappropriate communication via text and Snapchat, sending sexually suggestive messages and a lewd image of himself. He faces charges including attempted dissemination of indecent material to a minor, official misconduct, and obscenity. In the United Kingdom, Paris Wilson, a 34-year-old mother of 2 and former probation officer, has been charged in an acid attack and murder plot against her ex-boyfriend, personal trainer Danny Cahalane. Wilson is accused of conspiring with an organized crime group to kidnap and kill Cahalane. She faces charges of conspiracy to murder, conspiracy to kidnap, and participating in organized criminal activity. In California, United States Customs and Border Protection Officer Amr Aldarasha was arrested on a 5-count federal grand jury indictment alleging he fraudulently obtained nearly $150,000 in COVID-19 pandemic business relief loan funds for 2 of his sham businesses. He is charged with 5 counts of wire fraud. In Memphis, the trial of 3 former police officers, Darius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith, charged in the fatal 2023 beating of Tyre Nichols, resumed. Nichols, a 29-year-old black man, died from blunt force trauma after being beaten by 5 officers following a traffic stop. The officers faced charges including second-degree murder, aggravated assault, and kidnapping. In California, the Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission has completed investigations into more than 13,000 cases, with nearly 300 resulting in decertifications. Dozens of officers voluntarily surrendered their badges, while another 140 have had their certification suspended pending further investigation. Nationwide, there have been over 217 publicly reported settlements related to police misconduct, resulting in policy changes and more than $2.3 billion in monetary compensation to victims. These settlements highlight the financial and societal impact of police misconduct. In a controversial move, the United States Justice Department has decommissioned the National Law Enforcement Accountability Database, which tracked federal police misconduct. As of September 2024, the database contained 4,790 records of federal officer misconduct between 2018 and 2023. The decision to shut down the database has raised concerns about transparency and accountability. In April 2025, a Yale University police officer was arrested and charged with federal child exploitation offenses. Former McCormick, South Carolina police officer Matthew Dillon Yon, 28, was charged with misconduct in office in February 2025. So, in April of 2025, a police officer in New South Wales, Australia, was actually charged following an alleged intimidation offense. Paul Harold, a former police officer, was sentenced in April 2025 after being found guilty of indecently assaulting a teenage girl more than 25 years ago. A suspended Wilmington Police Department officer was indicted in April 2025 for a use of force incident. These cases underscore the importance of accountability within law enforcement. As we continue to monitor and report on such incidents, the Bad Apple Watch remains committed to bringing these stories to light. I'm Noli D, and this has been Bad Apple Watch 2025.